Low battery. I need to speak. I think I just picked my stress ball up. Oh god. I want to talk about the pain in my testicle and the pros and cons of having it removed, if this is an option available to me, versus trying to save and heal it naturally, and my intrusive thoughts of punishing me. Oh, they're never far away. And all of the programming from the network I survived, and how they program you to always use expressions which are a symptom of being trapped in what they create, and then it is such torture, like Guantanamo Bay on heroin for children. It's the most evil, barbaric, sexual violence, physical violence, psychological violence. It's just absolute torture. And obviously, when my main uncle abuser returned to my life before I went to India in 2020, I think that was the network's last ditch attempt to get me in and have me converted as a paedophile. And the implants they put in my mind and the evil control they attempted to sort of attach and rehook into me has had such detrimental impact on my psyche. And if this is released and you're a parent listening to this, it's the equivalent of a member of your family returning to your life to psychologically and sexually, psychosexuologically, bind you up with your children. So then you would be having sex with your partner or masturbating, and you would be thinking of your children and just the evil messages. And I mean, like myself, you might not be thinking horrible thoughts about the people you love. And again, what does this mean? Scratching my eyebrow. But you'll not be able to get their faces out of your head, and some of the messages that the abuser, the perpetrator's putting in your head, and it just hurts me all the time. It hurts me all the time. I have insight and faith and patience, but just to think of my uncle who has the carpet shop, and I don't want to name them in the videos. Sometimes it's nice not to name them because it just, the distance helps. Other times it's nice to be more direct. Liam will eat it. Liam will do it. Liam don't mind. Liam don't need anyone or anything. If I Get a mosey on then, get a mosey on. Oh, look, he's having to think of it, look. You've got to come to think of it, haven't you? And then I think my other uncle abuser, when he was like getting in my mind, it's like to the disease-ridden mind poisoning, where he's saying like, oh, you have to come to see him, Liam. And he's just like getting in my head, like, obviously they've been tortured and they've been converted, and like the way they see it is where like when they ejaculate in the presence of a child, then they get to see the child and the child gets to see them, and that's just it's just a poison. Like when they forced me to rape my girlfriend in my 20s. See, I don't always have to say early 20s now. Is it just, and then sometimes I don't even realise how much they've controlled my mind with expressions, and obviously they're stupid fucking freaks who are really stupid, but then other times they're so intelligent because they know what to do and what to make you say to make you stick out like a sore thumb or a thumb. What are them, Liam? Walkers. We like them ones, don't we? That's what you'll be one day. You'll be a walker. Walkers crisps. But we want you to look at the word walkers, because that's what you'll do. You'll walk for miles. You got loads of mates. You won't have one day. Who's your mate? Sam. Samaritans. That's how clever they are. That's how clever they are. In one sense, they're really stupid, but in another sense, they're really clever because they have an intelligent system of mind control and torture and dominance and sexual violence and ickiness, and make you disturb people sometimes in the smallest of ways. But that nudge or that energy that you leave with a person from one act, one movement, one look, it can have a like a catastrophic knock-on effect, or they'll get some information from you which will be so minuscule about your daily living habits, your relationships, and they will just make you change things, or they'll make you do stupid things. I think even to the point of like being in bed with one of my girlfriends, and I had to like move my head back really quick, and then obviously have special needs or could be considered as disabled, and then you just this energy who somehow survived a satanic murderous paedophile network who's forced you to do the most abominable things. And then in daily habits, like you're headbutting people by accident, or you're like tripping over and seriously harming yourself, or putting a vulnerable adult or a child in your family in danger through ignorance and mind control. And it's just a kick to them. Or saying something to one of your friends or your girlfriend's dad because you've been mind controlled. And like my first girlfriend, well, I think I had girlfriends at school, but Rebecca I classed as my first girlfriend because I think I was 18 when we met, and it was my first proper relationship. But I took her to Queen's Hotel for Valentine's, and then they made me steal the towels on the way out. And then obviously when I was forced to rape her, I had to throw the towels out the window. Or the towel out the window, which is the Satanists have her blood and they have my guilt and they have everything. They have everything destroyed. And then if I think about possibly moving to Leeds, there's always like, oh, well, I took Rebecca to Queen's Hotel for Valentine's. I think I'm possibly banned from that hotel for stealing the towels. I don't know if we got a letter. But that's the network. I'll just give you, I think you should carry on with that ideally. And when you're there, nick the towels. You can have them in your mate's bedroom, can't you? Because you live in your mate's bedroom like a little dog. Nick the towels. Or just give us a little bit of info on it and I'll be off the phone. And again, I'm just trusting my intuition and my experiences. And then you release some information, like, which is beautiful part of your relationship. For example, your girlfriend likes to sing randomly sometimes, and it's a nice moment in your relationship. Right, next time she sings, and you probably know the song, so let's... So I'm going to honour a song which I think is... Obviously, my mind and life has been fractured and tortured by the trauma and the things I was forced to do. But I think it's Whitney Houston. And I will always love you. So I use this song as an example, which, if my memory's serving me correctly, is a good example as a boundary for a previous relationship. Yeah, next time she sings it, when she gets to that last word, you say it for her. So then your girlfriend's singing, and I will always love you. And then you look at her, and she looks at you like you've taken something from her or brought the DXVIL into the home. And these could just seem like, this is my finger on the other camera, and it is what it is. But obviously, I was just a young man who wanted to take my girlfriend to Queen's Hotel for Valentine's, and we had a nice time. But I think my uncle insisted that I had to have sex with her straight away as soon as I got her in the hotel room. And I had to steal the towels when we left. And I think I took some photos without, just regular photos without asking her. And I think those were also from the network, like in the lift with the mirror or something, because mirrors are a big part of satanic abuse. And some of the tarot readers I watch will have a mirror in the background of their video, and I believe this sort of like dispels any dark entities. I turned my speaker off before I recorded this. See, I'm settling now because I'm not using it to talk, but it was just in the back with a light on. And I thought, well, I'll just turn it off because I'm not using it. So I'm glad I'm settling. But then, so obviously my main uncle abuser is giving me messages, which I believe some of those messages are you've got to think of the children in your life that you love. Essentially, you got to think of them when you ejaculate. Think of them; they're happy for you, or they're smiling, and just I can feel in my heart like a freedom because I'm releasing this evil, this pain. So like it's a long time ago, and I've been through many hells, but I believe that was one of the messages that my uncle was putting into my mind, that like you have to masturbate and think of your nephews, like when you're obviously my half cousins, my cousin's children. When you ejaculate and like imagine them smiling and they're happy for you, and then I think about my understanding of the YE, the yeah, who they serve as the DXVIL, and I can understand. I can not necessarily connect with, but see, because that could be dangerous to say I can connect with what they connect with, or I could lean into it. But obviously, my energy, I come from fucking an evil hellhole with a mother who was converted into a satanic paedophile. I'm confident she killed for the network. I was sold and tortured as a child sex slave from my family and my mum's side, including my grandmother and my uncle who had the business and my main uncle abuser. Then my dad's side is Somali roots and the spiritual gifts, but then there's a lot of darkness and trauma, abandonment mainly from my dad, and I think maybe some other stuff that's repressed from when I was a kid. But it's a lot of pain, and I don't know what point I was trying to make, but perhaps I can move away. Oh, yeah, I was talking about leaning in, or I can connect with what they connect with, and then being afraid of saying that because obviously I'm not one of them. I'm not a paedophile. So I think rather than saying I can connect with what they connect with, I can understand what they connect with because I've been around them most of my life and I've experienced their abuse and their mind control and their indoctrination. And that's obviously some of the mind controls failed. I don't think I can ever say failed indoctrination because even the things they failed to make me do, the remnants, which is like a carpet roll end carpet remnant, but the remnants or the debris of the failed things they made me do, I still live with the messages and the pain from all of the psychological torture of trying to convert me into a paedophile. So in one sense they didn't succeed, but in another sense they succeeded quite a lot, especially by forcing me to rape my girlfriend in my 20s and allowing me and my trauma and my special needs to negatively impact the children in my family and my service users on occasions, and I suppose my friends' children, I think indirectly, but they had a massive impact on me. And back to some of the expressions and being lost in a prison of them controlling your mind and your words, and I said a moment ago, in a sense, and that sounds like innocence. And in my uncle's carpet shop, it would be, in a sense, Liam. In a sense, Liam. And then they'd smile. Lost your... That's Neil. You'll work it out one day. Look, trying to work it out. Yeah, fill that cup, make a cup of tea. In a sense, Liam. Lost your... What have you lost? I was trying to work out, I was trying to think. I was trying to think. And then James, my main uncle abuser. Right, what you got to do? This is a new one. And if they hook you with the fear and the demonic side of who they are and what they're doing just enough, I'm confident that I was a professional working. I no longer stole or like really engaged in vices. I really tried to look after myself, and I think I'd had therapy. And I think he made me steal an Innocence movie from Sainsbury's, and I think I used to like Innocence movies. And I remember this was when I was with another girlfriend, who I won't name, and I recently saw her brother. But they had used to get a little hat on the innocent smoothies, and I liked innocent smoothies because it's like a nice healthy drink. Right, what you got to do? Steal one of them innocent smoothies. So he's getting you closer. Steal the innocent. So then, if I go into Sainsbury's now and have a meal deal, or just buy a drink, it's very unlikely that I'm going to buy an innocent smoothie again. I mean, sometimes I do have the big ones when they're on offer, but when I'm less possessed by the mind control, it doesn't affect my purchases and my daily living and my masturbation so much, but it's just there. And leg, Liam. Oh, he loves the leg, don't you, Liam? And when you're with them, you love whatever they tell you love. So they're serving you a chicken leg. Look at him, look, he loves the leg. Right, Liam? What you gotta do? On the bus with him, take him to the park, get him half a lager. Oh, Liam! Don't let him go to the toilet, get him on the move, get the little bus, touch his leg. Oh, you don't get close enough to him, Liam. Don't get close enough. Gotta build that trust. Oh, they all know. Oh, should I turn up in my suit? Should I turn up in my suit? Oh, they all go if you mention my name, fucking hell. Snooker club where I went, I'd have got along with them as much as you can get along with people in a working man's club with sometimes intense energies. And then before I left, the son of the dad who ran the club, he had a knife out and threatened me because I had a disagreement with him. But in hindsight, my uncle abuser who came back with my family to torture my life, and my mum was with my youngest brother in the restaurant closest to snooker, and then I had to go and see them before I went to play snooker. A woman who menstrualized me and tortured me, and I think she tried to kill me. It's repressed, and did these evil things to me. But then all of a sudden they're back in your life. They're talking to your uncle on Newland Avenue who's got loads of evil karma in the family. And he say, "You man, before you go in snooker, or you go snooker, yeah, tonight, Liam, don't pay on the way out, yeah, just say, I'll pay you next time. Oh, is it that Tom? It's not Tom, it's Tong. Oh, that Tong. Oh, I bet he's a right little fuck. Oh, yeah, you know, don't get me started on him." And then before you know it, you got problems with everyone, everywhere and everything. Forget about it. They can tell you something, and then they tell you to forget. And then they make sure they know you're going to get pissed with your friends. And then they'll maybe just send you a message, and maybe you'll be under mind. Obviously, a lot of it's in the past. You maybe be under mind control to delete it. And it's just the devil. It's just the devil. They get you to say to one of your friends who you've known for a long time, and you've always had a good enough friendship with, maybe better than good enough. You've had a good friendship. And they get you to say to him, I'm not sure he was a traditionalist, but he had his own pain, along with his own values. Look him dead in the eye, when you've had a few, you've got to, get him, and say to him, "Can I suck you off? You want me to suck you off?" And then he looks at his mate as if he looks at your other mate to say, "Shall I punch him?" And then his mate's like, "No." And then they're all there keeping me alive. This is mind control. This is mind control. We're going to a party. Oh yeah, is it a couples night? Couples night. No, you gotta go with them. You'll be number 7. 3 couples. You go. Take some Monster Munch. And it's funny to them. It's just an elephant in a room. And they put you there and you have it all on you. You're going to a vegan party. This is an example.
Go to the vegan party at the art gallery, yeah? Before you go Sainsbury's. Don't get a carrier. No carrier, Liam. No carrier. Get yourself a nice steak. Rump steak. Carry it in your hand. What would your dad want you to do? Yeah, he's dead now, isn't he? Carry it in your hand. And take it to the vegan party at the art gallery.
Where can I cook my steak? She said, look at him, look, yeah, look. One of my cousins who I don't see very often, but I guess he's part of sort of the main group of Normans and I'm an outlier, but I'm confident my healing has helped the main group of Normans, the main cluster of cousins. But I was sent to his grandma's, and then when he came, I had to, hey, I've been looking at his profile. I think he's got a little tash. I have to say something about his tash. Because they're all over everyone's manhood. And all the innocence, and they take it all, and they bind you up. And in the cooking group, when the patients have made the meal, you say to him, all right, if I try a bit of yours. Yours. It's not yours, it's yours. And then you have the senior members of staff looking at you without wanting to hurt you, but they can't really say to you, Liam, you can't say that, because it's not just eating someone else's food, it's the way I do it. Oh, they all know my name. Hoo-hoo. So this is some Satanic release, and let me check my battery.